Let some people pop in, Rashad. Nobody's in yet. Oh, look at that Duster. That's a nice car right there. It's a really nice car, Rashad.
What's up?
What's up, Biscuits and Groovy? How you doing?
He wasn't very...
Out here with Rashad today. You gonna say hello, Rashad?
Hello.
How you doing?
Doing good. Thank you.
There we go.
Would you like me to tell you about how I got arrested twice?
Really? Yeah, tell us.
So on April 8th, 2025,
Uh-huh.
I put on the back of my car, no taxation without representation.
Right, that's just...
And I had been driving around the metro area, went up to Rocky Mountain National Park.
Uh-huh.
A ranger asked me for an ID, and I handed him a note saying I'm peacefully protesting my government. I had a moment where I realized the last man I was with tried to choke me, basically, and I fled the scene. They pursued after me. They broke my car windows, threw me on the concrete, and put me in Highlands Behavioral Health against my will. And the doctor said I would have to go to a judge and get medication forced down my throat. I asked all of my elected representatives for help. They told me to get a lawyer.
Yeah, of course.
They did.
Money in their pocket. This was Denver?
This was here in Denver.
Okay.
On August 18th, I went for my first court appearance, and I told Judge Babcock, who ruled over the 1999 Columbine shooting, to meet me outside. I had a song to play with him. It's called Dinosaur for President. I was blowing bubbles, and I burnt a copy of my book of Constitution on Union Land because Jared Polis spilled oil last Christmas. And I believe we've been irresponsible landowners, and we should give the land back to the indigenous people. So on 9/11, I am going to write in the most eco-friendly glitter paint I can find, missing an indigenous children, in red glitter paint.
Okay, there we go. That's what it's about. That's my channel right there. Got a couple stickers. So what do you think can change our society? Not only giving land to the indigenous people, but what, I mean, to be fair, and I'm not being confrontational, I'm just asking the hard questions, is what do we do for somebody like you were born here, I was born here.
I wasn't born here. I was born in the Black Hills of South Dakota.
Okay, well, I mean, in the United States in general, not saying I don't have feeling for these people, not saying that they don't have rights, because they do have rights, and we took over, but there was nothing we could do about it. So for somebody like me and you out there honestly trying to do the right thing, where's our right for survival?
I think part of it is educating the population and how to express themselves. This right here, it says that there have been multiple lithium-ion batteries catching fire down in the Spanish Peak, why human trafficking is happening at Union Station, because vagrancy laws cost us all $159 a night in capitalism.
Right, no, I agree with that.
But I've been trying to make more people aware that the Cybertrucks have been catching on fire because of various issues.
Tesla's been catching on fires too, right?
The most important part is the Denver Fire Department does not have the technology to put out these fires.
Don't they have those kits where they cover the car and no, Denver doesn't have that, huh?
I have it admitted on tape that the Denver Fire Department does not have the technology to put out fires.
I mean, I'm all for the environment, but they're not, like, the batteries aren't environmentally friendly. They're not recyclable. Right now in France, I think I saw a picture of a whole bunch of electric cars that are just sitting there in a graveyard, basically, is what they're doing.
You know
So,
who Peter Thiel is, right?
what?
Peter Thiel is?
No.
You don't know? Well,
No.
he's Elon Musk's best friend from South Africa
Okay.
during apartheid. This property went up for sale in Colorado. I kind of equate it to the Eagle's Nest. Why, after he bankrupted a bank, did Jason Crow allow him to set up an AI shop here?
Yeah, it's not easy solutions out there. I'm neither red or blue. I think they're all against us, you know?
Well, we are housing more brown and black people in these new Jim Crow laws since 1850. We are, and you can make 100 copies at your local library. On 9/11, I'll be painting the streets red.
Okay, where at?
In front of Judge Babcock's chambers.
Okay.
The address is on there.
Okay.
It's supposed to be overwhelming like the news cycle. And on February 25th, Excel said they are not community developers. They did. That's on there. You have to pay attention to the detail. Those are supposed to be as overwhelming as the news cycle. And then Australia floated the idea of a bedroom tax. And I agree. When you have excess, that something has 18, that house has 18 bedrooms on it, and it has two auxiliary houses, and another one slated to be built.
Did you hear Denver is going to put out a tax on landlords that they're not going after somebody like an individual landlord that owns a house and rents it out. He's going to go after the corporate apartment buildings where, and I saw this on the news last night, where they're going to tax them if they got so many empty units and not giving it out for affordable housing.
So the Colorado Civil Rights Division also told me I was unworthy of housing. They did. I have a letter stating that because I asked if the maintenance people could wear a mask when they were performing duties on my house, and I got asked to leave my apartments by Key Renter Denver because I threatened Michelle Whiting at Key Renter Denver felt threatened when I said I expressed my sovereignty towards her in which that people would wear masks.
Crazy. So how long because I'm from here, how long you been in Denver?
I've lived here 20 years.
20 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up here and you wouldn't believe the changes.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
It is. It's ridiculous, and people don't realize how they participate in their own oppression every day. And my goal is, I used to work in healthcare over there. They violated ACA billing laws. I sent rocks in the mail because I asked my elected representative. Currency has the value as society gives it. I shared my work online. I'm sure people repeated it because they're frustrated with the system. But I left rocks all over Denver last year, healing my trauma. And I painted in black and white, and they either said, "Welcome to the United States of Corporations" or "Boycott America." Except the Boycott America had 3 Ks in it.
Really?
I know where I live.
Right.
I know where I live, and we all have an ugly past we need to get behind because we have been a racist country that has discriminated against brown and black people for housing for years. And now if you don't have a stock portfolio, you don't deserve a house. And if they want to create another Ponzi scheme with this Bitcoin, because I lost my debit card and they can't keep it secure. I'm sorry, there's something wrong. So I created a new form of payments. My rocks, because black rock is over there by Olive and Finch. They make $9,000 a minute, and they manage 25 houses in their houses. They do. That's their portfolio. So my rocks, I decided that yesterday, were $9,000 for every 25 ounces. I painted a lot of rocks.
Yeah.
A lot. And I left them throughout Denver. People picked them up. And people are like, well, what do you want people to do with them? And I'm like, I don't care what they do with them, but they're my currency.
I got
The
you.
people that picked them up, those are my type of people.
Huh.
The rock spoke to them. That's why they picked them up. And we are all in this together. Bayard Rustin said we are all one, and we're figuring it out sooner or later. I hope we figure it out sooner rather than later.
Right on. Well, anything you want to say good to the world? When you look at my channel, I ask everybody that. We live in such a bad world, we need some good.
We do, and I try to meet everybody with kindness and compassion. It's hard to do because everybody is going through their own experience here, and everybody has their own traumas. We've all been traumatized by social media. They started back in the 17th century when those savage kids wouldn't speak our English language. I really want to learn some of those languages before they go to them, and I really will have that same curiosity.
Well, I showed you paperwork on here, stuff like that. Any site you want anybody to go to?
I'm on Blue Sky. I don't get on the social media very much because Tim Cook decided to take a knee to the patriarch. And after October 15th, I'm not going to access the internet anymore if we keep on the same course. Because they want me to upload an ID when grown men are doing inappropriate things to children. I don't think so.
That's on both sides. It's not only the orange man.
No.
It should have been dealt with a long time ago.
Oh,
So,
it absolutely should have. And
that's why I love this guy right here. This guy right here is the best. Right here.
Rosham and I have been hanging out every Friday for about a month now.
Yeah.
And this is my sign.
No taxation without representation.
And if you look closely enough, you can see the gold glitter in here because we used to go mining for gold. The Columbine's mines collapsed, and then we sunk oil, and then the oil's about to go in the river. I wonder what the long-term impacts of that are going to be.
Yeah, there's no easy solutions out there, you know? And even the solution of electric vehicles and stuff, we're in the same position. What's the consequences later on there?
Why don't we have a high-speed train running up and down the Front Range? Why?
Well, we got trains, I mean.
No, but...
But yeah, I know what you're saying. Like.
So I went on the channel. When I graduated from high school, and I went on the channel and did that. We have the technology. We could have a high-speed train going up and down the Front Range at all hours.
Well, I think we got the technology, not only like electric car chargers or gasoline, we got other technology out there as well.
Oh, there's loads of technology. Why are we so obsessed with getting a 4G, whatever TV, and not kids reading?
Right. No, I agree with that. Cursive back in school, basic curriculum, that would be nice. Not, political ways either way. I mean, that's for the home, I feel. You know what I mean?
I'd love to teach kids how to write cursive. I have killer cursive handwriting, so.
Yeah, my kids saw me writing in cursive. They were like, what's that, Dad? And it made me realize, wow, So.
I've been making my protest art, dropping them off at local businesses that need it. And there was a girl that I found it on on TikTok when I searched it, and she was struggling to read my handwriting. She was. Yeah.
Calligraphy.
70% of 10-year-olds can't read because of poverty, and that broke my heart.
Well, where does it come from the parents too? You get what I mean? Like we have a responsibility as parents when we have children, and a lot of us don't realize that. Don't get me wrong. There's hurdles that shouldn't be there for parents, but at the same time,
Well, I was telling Roshan, and my kids know that I have become incredibly politically active. I've told them I will spend the next 4 years in jail rather than living under this illegitimate presidency, because there was paperwork dropped in Rockland County Court a couple Fridays ago about him fiddling with the election with guess who?
yeah, when it comes to that, it's both sides, man. They want us to be divided. We
Yes.
really need to change both sides of this political spectrum. Don't get me wrong, there's probably one Republican that really believes in the Republican way, and there's one Democrat that believes in the Democratic way.
Guess who did not win the 2016 DNC primary?
But Hillary Clinton, right? Or Obama?
They were friends during the 90s.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Her emails, Bill was there too.
Yeah.
Remember what he did to Monica?
Yeah.
I mean, some might not think that's predatory behavior, but personally, I think that's predatory behavior what he did to Monica. But I could be mistaken, and some people could believe that he was just getting head underneath his desk. But
that one, I think more than that. I don't think the Monica thing, I think they were consensual adults, but how about Epstein's Island? You know what I mean? Bill was there. Trump was there. There's a lot of were there,
Prince, Pink song, Dear Mr. President, when was that written?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
During W's presidency.
Yeah.
What happened to the Dixie Chicks when they spoke out against W?
Yeah. Well, that's anybody, though. I think that's why Democrats ain't getting their message across, because right away they see a Trumper and they're starting to yell, you know what I mean? And this is my experience, and I'm not on either side, but this is what I noticed. They're yelling and screaming instead of talking to people. So if I came out here yelling at you, you're not going to listen to me, vice versa, And that's what we got to stop doing, is stop yelling at each other, And I got to be forward. The Trumpers that I interview, they're more, how do I say it? They're more to talk to you than yell at you, where I come out here and I see the liberal faction. They're like, who are you with? What news media? I'm grassroots. You know what I mean?
Well, most of the media is what I like to call Malcolm X liberals.
Yeah.
There's nobody, the Malcolm X liberals. Let's just throw some money at the problem, and it should change.
Yeah.
Let's just throw some money. Let's throw some money at them, and everything will be fine. Let's throw some money. You either want to be a part of democracy or you don't at this point, because the government's corrupt. They are all corrupt. They aren't listening to the will of the people right now. They want the Epstein files. People want an affordable house. They want private equity to stop buying up everything and have a shot at it. But if you want to sell us the American dream, before Trump, the illegitimate government was installed, people needed $52 an hour. I wasn't making that. And I have a bachelor's in healthcare.
Yeah.
Now somebody recalculated it and it's $66 an hour. When is it going to end? When's the dream going to end? Why do we keep throwing money at it? Why? There's got to be a better way.
Yeah. There's got to be, but nobody comes up with the answers. He got this side yelling. We got this side hate. Both sides have hate different ways. You know what I mean? Nothing's going to change, and these people up here are loving it. You know what I mean? They're loving it.
You used to be able to mail a baby in the mail.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, I took, and when they violated ACA billing law, the law that is written, they violated that law, and I asked my elected representative for help. He said, no thanks.
Huh.
I have to make sure Peter gets his AI business off the ground and running. That's his priority. Okay, Jason, I don't want to be an elected representative because I make the kids get vaccines.
Yeah.
Roald Dahl wrote a book, Why We Get the Measles Vaccines. And right now, there are kids walking around. We had an elected official fly with measles. And back in the 90s, we used to put people in jail for AIDS, knowingly spreading AIDS.
Yeah, with the vaccine things though, with the COVID vaccines, I don't believe in it. Like the measles vaccine was tested over and over, and it was years of study to where COVID vaccine, it was big money, push it, and there's people with medical.
Was there.
Yeah,
it has been there. It has been a part of medical technology. It was express tracked.
Yeah, maybe so, but I think they put them out too quick.
COVID-19. Are you ready for COVID-25?
Oh yeah, there's another one coming,
Yeah.
and we're not going to be ready for it. I agree with you on that one.
Well, in Colorado, you can get it if you're 65 or older, but you need a physician's prescription to get it if you don't.
Right.
I don't have a primary care, but I'm going to bully a pharmacist because they took a Hippocratic oath to do no harm.
Right. Well, so did our elected officials in the Constitution.
Well,
and that's the thing. Like
I'm dealing with one problem at a time. Right now, I don't have the guns.
Right.
I'm not a gun person. I'm an arts person, as you can clearly see. I'm going to paint the streets red on 9/11. I invite everybody to take the day off. It won't hurt any of us, but it'll hurt the believers.
Right.
Let's take a day. Apparently, Thursday's the new Friday.
Thursday's the new Friday?
So
nobody's up there today?
I think I'm coming down with the flu.
Yeah.
Or COVID, and I'm going to take next Thursday and Friday off. Your employer shouldn't ask.
Right.
People have forgotten and they overshare.
Yeah. Well, crazy. Well, we got some things to do. Me and him's got a couple things to do. I really appreciate your conversation. And again, there's my channel there. I keep it real. We might not agree, like me and him don't agree all the way, but we're human and we're out here to make the right change in a better government, you know?
Sean has issues with communism because his country was affected by communism. But
well, dictatorship, yeah.
Community is what we need.
Yeah, no, that exactly.
Community. And so if we can do without these labels, we need community right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we all have something to bring to the table.
Yeah.
We all
takes
do.
all kinds. I agree with that.
Exactly. And there are people that are more brilliant than I am that can figure out the problems, and I know that they're out there, and they just need to be encouraged to do that.
Yeah, but then that's where it comes in. I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit. The community. See what you mean? Your opinion's going to solve our problems as well. His, even though we don't agree, it's going to solve problems. So don't cut yourself short is what I'm saying.
Well, on 9/11, I'm going to bring a cassette tape deck, and I'm going to teach kids how to read line.
Cool. Right, yeah, that's what he's about. That cool cat over there with his glasses. Dig at the glasses, Rashad. I am, man. Let's go down here really quick. We got to give Rashad a sign, guys. If you know anybody with the sign guy that can get him out here, this guy is most definitely dedicated out here. We need him a sign, guys. Rashad needs a sign. If you know a sign guy, my email's on my page. Let's give him a new sign. Kim Jong-un. I don't know, Winnie the Pooh. These guys like harvesting organs for their youth. You can't even see that guy right there. That's the Iranian
head of the religion.
Head of the religion. Right there.
He is the voice of the God, Ayatollah.
And Rashad's humble about this, guys. He just wants something to put up there. No more evil regimes. Right there. So he just needs something he can hang up here. This guy's dedicated. He never asked for anything. He always helps people out here. He's always giving food to the homeless, stuff like that. So let's give him a hand, community. Again, he doesn't want the money. He just wants the sign. That's it right there. The sign. Anything you want to say to the world today, Rashad?
You know, the solution is if the people concentrate on the Supreme Court of United States. That is the problem. We need a term limit. educate the other people for the term limit. This is gonna solve our problem. You don't need to kill the billionaire.
You don't need,
you know,
we don't need to eat the rich and barbecue them?
no, you don't need it, because if we have a Supreme Court, new Supreme Court with a term limit, they can freeze all the assets from the, billionaire and divide it to the people.
Right, but okay, Rashad, just to be the devil's advocate here, what if somebody really worked hard for their money, like to get to where they are, and they're still good to the people? Do you think they deserve their money taken away?
You know, the money you making hard, you are not gonna be a billionaire.
Right.
You're just gonna be a comfortable life you can have.
Okay.
And no problem with that.
Okay, how about if you win the lottery? What if you win $1 billion lottery? I'm just
the money from the lottery, the profit from the lottery, they're gonna divide it for the people.
Right. Well, they're supposed to, but is that really tax money going to anything but wars and everything else? So
that is the people making decision for that money. How should it be expended for the people, or just give it to the one person?
Right.
This is it. Education. I'm not completely, understand, but the community together we can understand the situation. We solve our problem.
No, communication is a big thing. Well, Rashad, I'm going to sign off here. Anything you want to say good to the world, bud?
That's it.
That's
This
it.
is it. The Supreme Court. Because Supreme Court get the order from the think tank. The think tank. That organization, every week they give it what you call it, order to the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court chooses what should they do. And that is the Supreme Court choose that Trump be a president or Biden be a president. No more for the Supreme Court. What's the Supreme Court? We are looking for the term limit. That is the only way to solve the problem.
There we go. Heard it from Rashad. It's good hearing from you, Rashad, always. Got Johnny Bravo down there. More to come, you guys. So we're signing off. You guys keep on rocking in the free world. It's a nice, probably 65 degrees out today here in the Mile High City. Got it going on. Tyrants out full for work. Anyway, you guys, you keep rocking in the free world. Let's see who was in chat. Let me see who was in chat here. Jug of Glasses, good to see you. Big Mike, thank you for coming in. Let's see who else came in. Johnny Bravo, he's down there though. Jug of Glasses, Johnny Bravo, and then Biscuits and Groovy, and whoever else hit the like, I appreciate it. We're out of here, guys. Mile High Community Channel going strong, baby.